Hello, today we are going to be learning how to make an omelet in 3 easy steps: preparation, cooking, and assembling the omelet. So the first step in preparing an omelet, as I mentioned, is preparation. So in order to do this, we need to gather our ingredients, and first you will need 2 eggs, then you will need a bell pepper, an onion, a handful of shredded cheese, like this. So now that you have all your ingredients collected, you can begin to prepare them for the actual omelet. Just take either the pepper or the onion and place it on a cutting board on the counter. Next, cut it into fourths and then dice it. It doesn't matter which one you start with because you're going to be doing this for both of them. And when you cut the bell pepper, make sure that you don't leave any seeds in it. Now that you have cut the first vegetable, take the next one and repeat it, cutting it into fourths. And also, make sure that you peel the onion, like this. If you want, you can put the vegetables into another bowl, like this, together, and just set it to the side. And the final step in preparation is beating the eggs. So you can grab any size bowl you want and crack 2 eggs into it, like this. Making sure that you don't leave any shell in the bowl. And so you just beat it. So that it's all the same consistency and color. The next step in the omelet process is cooking. And what you will need is a frying pan, the mixed eggs, salt and pepper, a spatula, and cooking spray. So before you begin cooking, I thought I would share a few pointers to make the process a little more smooth. The first is to turn the stove on medium heat to low heat. The biggest mistake people make when they first start cooking is making the pan too hot because they want to cook it quickly. But this actually causes the egg to burn and can make the cleanup and folding process just really messy. Also, you want to make sure to get the sides of the pan when you're spraying it. So you spray the bottom, but you also want to get the sides. Otherwise, when you go to actually fold the omelet, it's going to stick, and then you're not going to be able to fold it well. So make sure you get the sides around here. And the last tip is to actually take the spray pan and put a little, just a tiny little bit on the spatula. And so when you go to fold the omelet, you'll be able to get underneath it really easily because nothing's going to stick anywhere. So now that the stove is on and the pan is greased, you can pour the eggs into the pan, which is on the stove. So what you should be looking for after a few minutes is the eggs need to be kind of firm. So you can see how they keep their shape and they're kind of firm. And so that's going to be the best time to put your ingredients in. And you should put them on one side, just on one side of the omelet, because you're going to fold it and you don't want them to be falling when you're folding it. And so you put those on one side, and you can put salt and pepper on the other side just so it cooks in a little bit to the egg. And then what you do is you sprinkle the cheese on top of the ingredients. So once the cheese starts to melt a little bit, you go ahead and you take your omelet and you take the side without the ingredients and you just put the spatula underneath and you fold it over like that so that it's only in half the pan. And you keep it on the stove just for a little bit so that the cheese melts on both sides. And see, even though I put it on low heat, this is what happens right here. If your pan gets too hot, some of the egg kind of, it sticks to the pan, and if you don't get it off, then it becomes a real pain to clean. And so once both sides of your omelet are as done as you like, that is how you cook an omelet.